been completed. Now, at the present rate of progress, it's not going to make the 82 laps. However, bear in mind that Shearer's right front tyre doesn't look at its very best. Bear in mind, of course, that they go faster in the second half of the race because they have less fuel on board. The cars get considerably lighter. And this battle for third is really raging. And there goes the leader, Keke Rosberg. I'd like to have a look at his tyres. See if they're marking up. They look all right now. It is possible to see with the naked eye if there is a tyre problem because the tread marks visibly. No, they look pretty good now. Rosberg, and he's in the happy position of having a comfortable lead, some 9, nearly 10 seconds, and that, of course, means he can look after his tyres. He can drive the car carefully, not slide it about too much. And at the current pace we're going, it's going to be absolute touch and go. We're going to complete 82 laps just about at 2 hours.
And as you see, Alain Prost there is ahead of Shearer. He's moved up into third position. The Frenchman, the world champion in the McLaren, is in third place now, some 9 seconds behind Ayrton Senna. So Williams leads, a Lotus is second, a McLaren is third, a Brabham is fourth, another McLaren is fifth, and a Ferrari is sixth.
Well, that's Shearer. He didn't go into the pits that time. I think he is in a little bit of tyre trouble. And a new fastest lap from Rosberg. But Shearer is driving a little bit strangely because he, having passed Prost, he immediately slowed them down. But then just now he's produced fastest lap of the race. So I think maybe he's tired or something, but he certainly would appear to be driving rather inconsistently. And that won't have pleased Prost being stuck behind that, but now he's past it, he'll be really keen to try and get away, and he certainly is. He seems to be pulling more and more daylight between them.
And to show you how international Grand Prix racing is, as you look at Mark Shearer in the Brabham BMW in fourth position, it is a Finnish driver in the lead, it is a Brazilian second, a Frenchman third, a Swiss fourth, an Austrian in fifth place, and an Italian, Alboreto, in sixth position. How international can you get? And it's all happening here at Adelaide in Australia. An absolutely magnificent race, and it looks as though Keke Rosberg is indeed on target to go out on top for Williams by winning his second Grand Prix of the year. We've got so used to this ebullient Finn finishing in winning only one Grand Prix of the year. Alan Jones into the pits yet again. He was in 20th position when he pulled off, but it looks as though his race is virtually over. And Ayrton Senna is still in second position, but the gap is increasing all the time. And the gap between Senna in second place and Prost in third position, that's between the Lotus and the McLaren, is 9 seconds. And Prost is easing away from Shearer. So I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Shearer come in soon to change his Pirelli tyres.
I think you'll find that the chase to Rosberg is now on for Prost. Prost, having dealt with the Shearer problem, I think you'll find is catching both Senna and Rosberg, but it's early days yet. We will keep a close eye on that gap.
This is Ayrton Senna that you can see, and I'm going to put a stopwatch on Keke Rosberg and check the gap between himself and Prost, which was 19.5 seconds, and we'll see whether indeed the Frenchman, Prost in third position, is catching the Finn, Keke Rosberg in the lead. And if so, it's going to be a fascinating race. Derek Warwick, the Englishman, is up to 9th position. Keke Rosberg has just completed a lap. There's the man in second place. And Prost, we've just had a message that Prost is in trouble.
Yeah, what happened? My engine stalled on the warm-up lap, and according to the rules, you cannot make up position. And I lost position, and a make-up position, I mean, I just get back my starting grid position, and unfortunately, the rules say that you are disqualified. But it's amazing that it took them 18 laps to realize that. So, I mean, I was risking quite a bit to be penalized.
we'll have to take a check on that and lap times, because Prost, with Lauda seemingly going pretty well, he was going slow as he entered the lap, but whatever the problem was, he seems to have overcome it and recovered. But Alain Prost certainly hasn't. And now on lap 28, Keke Rosberg has got that secure lead of some 10 seconds now over Ayrton Senna. Up to third has gone Mark Surer. In fourth position now, it was Niki Lauda, and it still is.
Well, that will make Keke Rosberg very happy, because Prost actually had started to catch Rosberg pretty quickly, in fact very quickly, and was looking a clear favourite to catch him. So Rosberg will now, and he would have known that, Rosberg, he would have had his pit signals, and he will now be able to breathe a sigh of relief, because that must have been his big worry, the threat of Prost coming through from behind with that wonderful handling McLaren chassis that is so durable. But it's a rare event for Tag Turbo to blow up. However, their second string is still out there. Lauda is up to fourth place, but I don't think that Niki is going to make much impression on leader Rosberg or even on Ayrton Senna if none of them have mechanical trouble. And Rosberg really now looks very settled. I think he's looking after everything, and he's well on top of the situation.
One of the things we haven't told you is that some of the drivers, and certainly Keke Rosberg there, is in radio communication with his pits. He can talk to the pit personnel and vice versa, and it is absolutely sure that they will have given him the heartening message, Prost out.
Well, you could see oil on the track then, on the line, and you could see just before it at the end of the straight those yellow and red striped flags, which are oil flags, and that would undoubtedly have been from the blown engine in Prost's car as it flew. But Prost has put a bit of oil down on the circuit, and that probably tells you what it's done to the lap time. Rosberg was lapping in the mid-25s, and suddenly it's gone out to over 1 minute 28. So that starts to make our 2-hour rule possibly come into force again.
On lap 30 out of, we imagine, 82, Keke Rosberg has lapped everybody up to the 8th man, Derek Warwick. It's Rosberg that you're looking at leading. It is Senna in second place, but the gap between Senna and Rosberg is only 7.5 seconds now. It's closed. It may have been because Rosberg, in lapping slower men, was held up, or it may be because Senna there in the yellow helmet is charging. But anyway, the gap is closing. Surer is third, Lauda is fourth, Alboreto is fifth, Streff is sixth, Boutsen is seventh, Warwick is eighth, and then Capelli, in only his second real Grand Prix for Tyrrell, is in a fine 9th position but has been lapped. Lafitte is 10th, Berger is 11th, Johansson is 12th, Farby is 13th, Rotengatter is 14th, Prost, of course, has retired, as have Martini. Ginzani's been into the pits. Patrese is out. Tombe is out. Alan Jones is out. Piquet is out. In fact, there are, as is not unusual at this time in the race, comparatively few runners left out of the 25 who started, but the ones that are left are certainly rapidly holding the attention of this enormous crowd.
Back to Murray Walker and James Hunt.
So with Patrick Tombe out of the race, it will be Derek Warwick, and it is Derek Warwick, and ahead of Warwick is Boutsen. Now, and Senna is right with Rosberg. 1.72 seconds is the gap on lap 33. Now we're going to see a battle royal, because Rosberg will know that Senna is there. He will have had a signal. He may have even been told on the radio, and his problem is that he's got to get past Warwick, which he's done. He's then got to get ahead of the car in front of him, which is Boutsen, and keep Senna back at the same time.
That wide slide there by Senna was a bit of inexperience. He's pretty complete, but it just shows terrifying prospect for the opposition that the best of Senna is still to come. He attacked when he shouldn't have done then, slid wide, lost a bit of time, done no harm of course, but it was just an unnecessary mistake, and it was attacking at the wrong moment, because he couldn't pass the Renault at that particular point. However, he's lining up to get past him. He may be able to come at them on the brakes here at the end of the straight. He's got one. He's got the arrows as well.